Dynamic and upfront, Jamaica has a lust for life like nowhere else on earth. As a culture, Jamaicans celebrate life, and their creativity has spread worldwide. Its complex past has made for a proud and resilient modern-day culture with a strong link to its rich heritage. This is the Caribbean in full Technicolor, big, bold and beautiful. So leave the cruise ship tourists and all-inclusives behind and explore this incredible island. Welcome to the Virgin Atlantic Guide to Jamaica. Yeah man, you're gonna like it. Each area has its own distinct vibe. The north of the island is the busiest, with Montego Bay and Ocho Rios being the main tourist hubs. The west, around the Grill, has a more relaxed vibe and is great for water sports and diving. The south is practically untouched with a more mellow feel, while the quiet haven of Port Antonio in the east has the most idyllic beaches and hidden coves. And then there's the atmospheric Kingston and the cool retreat of the Blue Mountains. The island is as safe as you want to make it, and like anywhere, common sense generally prevails. The busier tourist hotspots will bring their fair share of hagglers, so be polite but firm when saying no. The Jamaican dollar is the main currency, but in tourist areas, the US dollar is also accepted. Jamaica is a bigger island than you may initially think, but luckily there are a range of transport options to suit all budgets. Roads can be treacherous and bumpy at the very least, so be sure to fully plan in advance where you want to go and leave yourself with plenty of time to enjoy your destination. Public buses are cheap but extremely crowded and very unreliable outside the city. Taxis are licensed and you can spot them by their red plate with the letter P before the numbers. Negotiate and agree a fare before you get in, as there are no meters. Avoid unlicensed cabs at all costs. The best option is to book through a private tourist transfer company. Travel island-wide with Paradise Travels, a convenient and comfortable way to get around. The drivers are a lot of fun and very knowledgeable, and what they don't know about Jamaica isn't worth knowing. When travelling around, be sure to look out for the many colourful food, drink and craft shacks along the roadside. Roast yam and fresh coconut are popular staples, skillfully prepared and highly refreshing. Oh, and for some bakery products, you may want to double check the ingredients before you eat. Montego Bay may be the home of the all-inclusive, but there is still plenty to do away from the resorts and main hip strip of Gloucester Avenue. Close to all of Mo Bay's attractions, the serene Polkaris is a lovely bed and breakfast alternative. Offering 5-star service, the hosts have thought of every detail in this charming family-run house. Polkaris is only a short taxi ride away from Sangster International Airport and makes for the perfect first stop on your Jamaican adventure. Their delicious ackee and saltfish breakfast, combined with the spectacular view, is a great way to acclimatise to island life. The impeccable service is continued at the family restaurant, the Pelican Grill, one of the oldest and best loved on the island. The Pelican Grill offers free pickups from most major Montego Bay hotels. Another Mo Bay food highlight is the original and best jerk shack in Jamaica, Scotchie's. Spicy jerk meat and fish is Jamaica's most famous food and dates back to the Taino Indians, the original island settlers. There are other branches in Ocho Rios and Kingston. Founded in 1906, Doctor's Cave Bathing Club is still a popular beach hangout to this day. The beach is private, but the charge to enter is minimal and well worth it. Jamaica's coastline is a beautiful place to take a horse ride. Standards can vary, so it's best to ensure your four-legged experience is guilt-free on happy, well-cared-for animals. The Half Moon Equestrian Centre has some of the finest horses on the island. There are plentiful craft markets and stores around Jamaica, but all can vary greatly in quality and authenticity. For genuinely original arts and crafts, head to the Gallery of West Indian Art, a long-standing institution with a reputation for sourcing the best in the Caribbean. Another spot can be found in the mountains above Montego Bay at the magical Ras Natango, as relaxing as the name suggests. The fantastical gardens are quirky, fun, and act as a sanctuary for the many colourful species of native birds. The artist owners beautifully curate the on-site gallery and run regular art classes. For those staying in Montego Bay, Ras Natango provide a free shuttle service to and from the gardens. Heading out of Montego Bay, no Jamaican trip would be complete without a visit to a rum distillery. The parish of Trelawney is best known for its sugar estates. Hamden Estate is the oldest in Jamaica. Still running as a working distillery, the tour takes you right to the heart of production and tells the story behind the estate. The highlight, though, is of course the tasting session at the end of the tour. Follow the rum trail down the hill to the port of Falmouth, one of the Caribbean's best preserved Georgian towns. Built on riches amassed from sugar and slavery, Falmouth has a fascinating yet tragic past. Take a tour with one of the passionate guides from Falmouth Heritage Walks. Once the preserve of rich plantation owners, great houses can be found all over the island. Two of the finest examples are close by. Take a guided tour of Greenwood Great House, packed with original furniture and artefacts of the wealthy Barrett family, who were amongst the first colonial settlers. Custodians of the house, Bob and Anne, are well versed on the house and the Barrett family history. Rose Hall is another great house with a more mysterious past and carries a macabre story of betrayal and murder. The house is famous for the legend of Annie Palmer, a multiple murderess said to haunt the house and its grounds. Ghost tours run nightly, but be warned, it's not for the faint-hearted.
And to ensure that he was dead, she poured hot oil. Calm down, folks. It's just the wind.
As the only natural nighttime attraction in Jamaica, Glistening Water's luminous lagoon is an incredible way to spend an evening. When disturbed in the water, the microscopic phosphorescents glow and create an eerie, glistening light. A unique nighttime swimming experience. Moving on to the west of the island, to Negril, the former hippie enclave that still retains a relaxed, bohemian vibe. You can spend lazy days soaking up the sun before partying the night away. Lush tropical gardens, beautiful beach huts, and the finest food welcome you at the Rock House. The boutique resort is built on an ethos of social and environmental sustainability and works closely with local schools to ensure tourist revenue reaches the wider community. Two of Negril's best restaurants can also be found here. The Pushcart restaurant with its incredible jerk food, and the Rock House, which is great for breakfast, lunch or dinner. Be sure to try one of Juicy J's in-house concoctions, packed with delicious, healthy ingredients grown in the kitchen gardens. The spa here is a peaceful haven, and the carefully devised treatments use local and organically sourced essential oils. The hotel also offers dance and yoga classes. The teachers are amazing and will have you shaking your booty in no time. There are lots of great scuba and snorkeling excursions island-wide, but the West Coast reefs and coves make for some fascinating exploration. Swim, relax or fish on the Sun Baby glass bottom boat. The best part of the tour is donning a snorkel and jumping in to explore the abundant marine life found amongst the reef. The original draw to Negril was the 7 Mile Beach, but the area has fallen victim to mass tourism and development in recent years. For a more idyllic setting, head to Bluefield Beach Park, only an hour from Negril. Open to all and free to enter, you'll have the beach to yourself on weekdays, but if you prefer a more lively scene, visit at the weekend. The beach is manned by lifeguards and has full changing facilities. It's heaven on earth. For the more adventurous, join the party at the Negril Blue Hole Mineral Spring, where locals and guests take the plunge into the healing waters. If you don't fancy the jump, there's also a more calming mineral pool. Alternatively, watch the impressive cliff divers at Rick's Cafe. Rick's is a Negril institution where visitors and locals gather to watch the daring divers jump as the sun goes down. A spectacular sight, the party continues long into the night. Be one with nature at Zimbali Retreats. Experience a taste of authentic Jamaican culture with one of their many activities. The highlight is a tour to a hilltop dwelling with local Rastafarian fire who will teach you about his ways of life while cooking a delicious Ital meal, vegetarian and direct from the earth. Lovingly run by Alicia and Mark, who are passionate about working and living with nature. A mere 20 minutes from the main resorts of Negril and a refreshing contrast